This is Honey Badger Nation,
where real estate agents from around the globe come together
to grow, collaborate,
and expand their business.
Where we take our individual fires and put them together and make one big fire.
This is the Honey Badger Nation.
Hello. Welcome to the Real Estate Podcast. I'm here with good friend Jason Williford. Hi, Jason.
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
I am doing wonderful. If I was any better, I would be twins.
Yeah. How could you not like it down there? Right? You're down in South Beach right now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, actually, I have the film crew here from Agents on Fire. They're doing some filming. So they are filming this podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, great.
Yes.
Well, that's good.
They're filming us as we speak.
Okay. All right. Well, hello, all people out there filming Jason. How you doing? I'm gonna read your bio from your book. Okay, that's coming out with Jay Abraham that you just published, and it's out on Amazon. The Ultimate Real Estate Machine, and this is a good recap of Jason right here. So Jason Williford is a serial entrepreneur, consultant, masterful thinking partner, author, and speaker. He is a creator of information products for real estate team leaders, independent brokerages, and high-producing agents. He's a master in the real estate industry in the areas of business strategy, marketing, innovation, sales strategies, inside sales agents, and predictable referral generating systems. After years in the trenches of real estate, Jason set himself apart by adapting strategies and techniques from other industries to his work. His unique approach fills voids others don't see. He's been seen on national television networks, and his company has been heard on a multitude of Atlanta radio stations from campaigns that he's launched. He's recommended by Kevin Harrington, one of the original cast members of ABC's hit TV show Shark Tank, co-founder of the Home Shopping Network, and is seen on TV along with a multitude of other high-producing brands. Corey, how do you say it? Bergeron?
Corey
Bergeron, the face of TV
sales. He's a record-smashing TV pitch man.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And he's sold and endorsed over 350 companies like Disney, Apple, JVC, to name a few. And he also highly recommends Jason's expertise. Wow. Amazing. And and thanks for bringing being on the podcast with me today, Jason.
Thanks for having me, brother. I just want to quickly hit, like, even on the book, shameless plug of the book, even Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank, which I love him. He's an amazing person. He said this book is the business Bible for those looking to grow a sustainable real estate business that thrives, a book keep forever and refer back to when you're faced with business challenges, which I thought it was really cool to have Kevin read the book. He read the book before about 3,000 of the edits occurred after, which a lot of them were small grammatical stuff. And the people that I published the book with was the same company that published David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. They published Mentor to Millions with Kevin Harrington, many other like bestsellers, whether it be Amazon. They publish New York Times bestsellers. So they're really great at what they do. So my objective with the book was not just to have, it wasn't just to have like hey, here's a lead magnet. I know your audience knows, a book is, very powerful, but this honestly was a book that I did the best that I could to capture Jay Abraham, which, if you don't know who Jay Abraham is, I know Harley knows who he is, but if your listeners don't know who he is, he's known as, now he's known as the $30 billion man. He was known as the $21.7 billion man, being that he's increased the revenue of through his career of over $30 billion worth of revenue for consultants. He's known as Forbes magazine as one of the top 5 business and marketing consultants in America. He is an advisor to Tony Robbins, an advisor to Damon John from Shark Tank, a co-founder from FedEx, and many, many others. Where his value has came from me is, he's been in, I think it's like, he's definitely been in over 400 different industries, over 10,000 clients. He's also known as the most highest paid marketing and business consultant in the world, because he's not cheap. It's $120,000 for 8 hours for a 1-day consultation with him. And I think that's a great segue into mine and your conversation, because you and I are lifelong learners. You and I met at a mastermind event back in 2014, I believe, in Alaska. That's one thing that I believe, because I have a high school education. I'm just real and authentic. I have a high school education, but through the years, and what changed my life was in 1999, I stepped into 100% commission sales, selling vacation ownership. Then went into the remodeling industry. I worked for the second largest remodeling company in America. Worked my way up through the ranks to become a general manager with the company, which doing that, I had 20 to 25 one-call closed sales closures. I had 20 to 25 telemarketers, 20 to 25 canvassers, a big media marketing budget where we ran TV, radio, back in the day, yellow pages, $300,000-$400,000 per month on some months, just out of that one location. So what it helped me do, and where it ties into Jay Abraham, and where it ties into differentiation and innovation in a market, is taking things that you've learned in other industries and plugging them into real estate, which I call it, setting yourself apart in the endless sea of real estate agents, where the consumer trusts the data is just the data and what the data is, and where I think the book can make its own ding in the universe is that per Business Wire, only 11% of consumers trust real estate agents. And I honestly think that if every agent had to read this book before they got into the business, and just theoretically speaking, I know that's not going to happen, but if it did, it would change those metrics, the metrics of the 11% consumer trust rating. That's horrible. It would change the metric of the average realtor only grosses $42,000, I believe it was last year, and they had $5,300 worth of expenses. So you can do the figuring on that it was somewhere around $38,000 is what they netted. And if you dig into the deeper data of looking at real estate agents abroad, the average income is much, much, much lower, probably around $27,000, $28,000 per year. And that's, what I had in mind when and while writing the book, is, hey, let's make a difference. Let's impact the real estate world. Let's bring value to it, because there are competitors that there are disruptors that would love to intercept the billions and billions and billions worth of real estate commission that's paid to real estate agents. They would love to intercept that money, of course. And I'm pretty sure I put it in the book. I may have not, but I did do an approximate figuring on how much commission annually is paid out in America to real estate agents, and how these disruptors would love to capture all of that if they could. And they're already working to get to some of it. Just in Atlanta, which was was my market. My partner and I, we built an Inc. 500 company, 54th fastest growing privately held company in America. The next year we were 904. Next year we were 1345. But so we had year over year exponential growth. We did things right, but we also made a lot of mistakes along the way, and I still make mistakes. And one thing that you know that I am not is I am not a know-it-all. There's a reason why I have a high school education, but I've also spent over $1.1 million, my partner and I, through the years on professional development. As Jim Rohn said, he said that formal education can make you a living, but professional development can make you a fortune.
Yeah, Jason, what I want to ask on the book, it talks a lot about referral strategies, and I know for myself, just being in real estate in the business, it's not always the strongest pillar in a real estate agent's whole business. And I just know that was true for ours, and we were very transactional, with everything, and we got a lot of business, new business through marketing efforts. But this talks about, and one of Jay's biggest premises was, just getting everything that you have out of everything, getting all that you can out of everything you got, right? So
yes, sir.
And that's what he talks about. And I love how you apply it to our industry specifically, because Jay is just a giant, an ocean of information.
Yeah, and quite honestly, one thing I knew I had to do with the book is Jay talks in a very, very, very high intellect and vocabulary. Yes. And I'm not saying that the audience wouldn't understand it. I'm just saying that he speaks so high. So part of it, honestly, was me bringing it down to a level where everyone could understand, which wasn't easy for me anyway.
Right. And I think that's what the brilliance of this is, because I do remember getting just mounds of information from Jay along the years, and yeah, you've really got to comb through that and dissect it quite a bit. There's so much to it, and you did a really great job distilling it in this book.
Excuse my ADHD, and I'll go ahead and make a quick disclosure. I do have massive ADHD, and I think of it as a blessing more than a curse. There are times, if you're seeing this on video, that I do close my eyes. Actually, I notice Harley closing his eyes. I do that strategically because there are, of course, research done that when you close your eyes, that you're shutting off 70% of what's coming into your brain at that point in time, which is visual. So it allows me to think more clear. And one thing that I've found out is usually when I do that, it's usually when I'm about to bring the most amount of value at that particular point as well. But also it allows me to tap into my subconscious mind. I do a lot of high level human communication, human psychology, human behavior training as well. And the reason why I do that is, to do my best to keep my mind, as best that I can. I'm always, I'm an evolution always. I'm always trying to be better. Sometimes I'm successful at it. Sometimes I'm not. So that's why I do that. But ADHD, coming back to your question, referral strategies. You're on the TV show Agents on Fire, and behind the scenes, just one of those things that we are doing as we've been going through Elite Agent Referral Mastery. Abraham has already agreed to come on and help the contestants, and he's going to be segmented, giving you guys some value on referral strategies. Even Damon John from Shark Tank said that he is the referral guru in the world when it comes to referral strategies. And here's the deal with referral strategies is, and I know it from massive experience, where many mistakes that we made was going out and spending boatloads of money on high-level marketing and not having a proven, predictable referral generating system in place, because referrals are the number one most proven lead source that you could possibly have. I don't know how long referrals have been around. Word of mouth advertising has been around, but I would bet that probably before Jesus walked the planet, that referrals have been used. So they're the most proven, but they're also the most profitable lead source on the planet. Many times, referral generation is with no expense or very little expense. They're the most overlooked lead source by high-performing real estate agents and team leaders. Not all times, but many times. That's how we build our businesses, is starting out from ground level, sphere of influence, word of mouth, and then team leaders or independent high producers. They start to ramp their business up and go into pay-per-click, Google pay-per-click, Facebook ads, ClickFunnels, YouTube ads, then you're getting into billboards and radio and TV marketing. And I am not saying, and Jay does not recommend, hey, don't do any of that stuff. I am definitely not saying that. But if you need a predictable system in place before you start doing that, because when you do have that predictable referral system in place, it puts a big freaking supercharger on every lead source that you're really optimizing and maximizing your return on investment from every source.
And that's really true. I've actually seen numbers from different teams and that have had successful amounts of business come in from mass media marketing and whatnot, and they were struggling to get between 12 15% profit.
Hey brother, you're cracking up really bad. I don't know if it's on my end or altogether.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Well, do you hear me okay now? Is it still coming in?
It's still crackly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you froze for a minute there, so I don't know if it's some latency you got.
It's still crackly.
Okay. Well, I don't know, Jason. I think it might be on your side coming through here. So can you still hear me okay?
That last 3 words I did. Try again.
Okay. How are things now?
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just saying that, I've seen teams that have had mass media marketing strategies only and really didn't have good solid referral systems in place, and they were struggling to get between 10, 12, maybe 15% profit. And then once other teams that had good referrals coming in and making up that profit difference, their profit was more in the 40 percentile range. So pretty massive difference in what they kept and brought to the bottom line. And it's not all about that. It's also just best business practices and really helping out your fellow person that you've just helped and them introducing you to somebody else. So
Chapter 4, the preeminent agent. That's the number one out of the 217 predictable referral strategies in Elite Agent Referral Mastery. Number one is the strategy of preeminence, being the preeminent number one go-to agent that creates lifelong clients, not a one-time transaction. You have to have, in my humble opinion, you have to have, for optimization of any referral strategies, you have to embody, not just know it, but internalize it, embody it, it become a part of you, being the preeminent expert. And I'm not going to get all into it. I just recommend reading chapter 4, and it is the number one pillar for all of the referral strategies. If you don't have that strategy in place, you would get minimal results out of Elite Agent Referral Mastery. So we teach you how to, of course, learn that at a high level.
And the book is now available on Amazon. You can
Yes.
get it in Kindle version, hardback, soft cover. It's also it's a great one to give to new agents, agents on your team, maybe new recruits, things like that.
Vendors,
great reference.
and here's one of the chapters has 29 marketing mistakes that you cannot afford to make, and I'm probably still making all of them because I live in the world of optimization. And to me, there's not a finish line with optimization. There's always room to always be optimizing anything. And I made one of the marketing mistakes in the subtitle. The subtitle is how team leaders can build a prestigious brand and have explosive growth with more freedom and less risk. Where I think my current mistake is team leaders, because the book was wrote to team leaders and to high-performing independent agents. Here in Miami Beach, like one of my friends, she is the number one agent in Miami Beach. She's a hammer. She started out with nothing, single mother, had no money, and then 8 years later, approximately, she's the number one agent for Coldwell Banker in Miami Beach for her size teams. But she's amazing. But she has a not big quantity team, but a high volume producing team. She gets all that she can out of every thing that she got. Obviously, it's a high price point market. But the word team leaders is what I'm getting at. Those two words, because who would the book help? Not only team leaders, not only high producing independent agents, but also aspiring independent agents, aspiring team leaders, aspiring, if you have a small team, to get to a medium-sized team, to get to a mega team, whatever it may be. But not just that, it also has many golden nuggets that your vendors can take away, especially your loan officers, processors, those working with the title companies, those working with the attorneys, the insurance company vendors. I quite honestly, think that, just in my own humble opinion, and I have a biased one, that, they ultimately should, as Christmas gifts, we're in the holiday time of year of, hey, buy in bulk. And I don't make much off of these books. So it's not like I'm trying to get rich off the books. I just think that the book will bring tremendous value to the industry, and they'll make great Christmas gifts, holiday gifts for those in the housing industry, including builders.
Right, that's true.
Remodeling companies. If you're in the housing industry in particular, anyone in the housing industry especially can get tremendous takeaways. And how many takeaways does it take? How many takeaways does it take to have an amazing mental breakthrough? One. So if you got one breakthrough that just changed not only your business but changed your life, it would be worth the 99 cents for Kindle. And I highly recommend the hard copy. It's only $29.99. Jay Abraham, he wrote a book that he was charging $400 a piece, and that's back in, I believe, the 90s. I wanted the book to be priced so it was affordable for everyone. So it's $29.99 for the hardcover. That's honestly my favorite one, and the reason why is that this book was written not just as a book for you to read one time, because I'm sure you have books like I have books that I've read over and over again, but it's wrote to be a guide for you to, I'm having a business problem right now. Let me go back to that book. There was something about marketing. There was something about marketing issues, and I'm missing something in my marketing. There's 2 chapters that dive pretty deep into that. Let me see about going back, referencing that. Let me go back to chapter 8 and 9, or referral strategies. I'm trying to put that together, and let me go back to let me reread that chapter. You know what I'm saying?
I do, and I am in your coaching for referral strategies too.
Yes.
And as we're getting ready to launch, February is when the Agents on Fire is coming out. Excited for that, and I can tell you, just as a student in the coaching for referral strategies, it takes that kind of implementation, for me anyway, to really put this stuff in place and to see some results from it. So yes, read the book, and I also say make a plan for yourself, to actually implement this stuff.
And here's what you don't know yet, Harley.
What's that?
Is you're only about 15% through Elite Agent Referral Mastery. Because Elite Agent Referral Mastery is not about, as Jay says, it's not about intellectual entertainment. It's about execution, that you leave the mastery with having at minimal 15 predictable referral strategies together. And then we have accountability calls that follow up after that for you to put another 10 in place. Because here's the profound question that Jay has asked on stage for probably about 30 years. And here's the question to entrepreneurs abroad: how many predictable referral strategies do you currently have in your business that predictably generates referrals? And do you know what the common answer is of entrepreneurs across the world? Because Jay speaks across the world. The common answer is 0 to 2.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now getting into 3 or 4, like, that's very, very rare. And that mastery, you're not going to, I'm not going to say you're not, because I don't believe in 2 words, and one of them is impossible, and I don't believe in the word can't. Our friend Brian Moses programmed my mind, with the can't.
Right.
The worst 4-letter word is can't. But there's 217 predictable strategies to choose from, where that's what the contestants on Agent on Fire are next going to be doing. Is we're at the part where we're going to start putting that together, designing your own system that's comprised of 15 to 25 strategies.
That's awesome. That's really
when
awesome.
You had 0 to 2.
Right.
Yeah.
You're ready for some explosive growth, right?
My question back to you is even though we're just getting started with that, have you had some things while doing just even that one little piece of Agents on Fire? And that's not all of what Agents on Fire is about. That's just a tiny little piece of it. Because I'm bringing on, we have Kevin Harrington for episode 1 from Shark Tank. He was the inventor of the infomercial, co-founder of Home Shopping Network and the As Seen on TV brand. Jay Abraham's coming on to episode 2. I have several other of my world-renowned mentors that I've been blessed, that is surreal to me, that I've, that are some of my direct mentors and friends that I'm bringing on for later episodes as well. So it's not just me, it's bringing them on, because I want to give you guys as much and the world by watching the show as much freaking value as possible. And as you and I both know, we're both collaborators. The more great brain power you have, the more magnificent the show becomes. And that's, my ultimate goal.
Yeah. I can't wait. It's going to be good. And it'll be great to see everybody's new strategies in place too, and how it's helped them out. I know I've had some early, I had some early on success from it too. Just, so I work with my mom, as you know, and she was able to, set up an appointment with a gentleman that it looks like we're going to be selling, between 3 to 4 of his homes. So it was around $5 million in business. And,
Wow.
and he was really, he was really impressed about the whole Kevin Harrington Agents on Fire, and just all that association was really piqued the interest, because it's a competitive market, and he could have gone with a lot of different agents. So it was already starting to work.
How early did that come? That was very, very, very early too. That was like in the first week or so. Like,
right.
We're only doing like 1 hour calls, like 3 times a week until we get through the bulk of the content. Then we're dialing it down for the account, not only the accountability piece of it, and make sure everyone's moving along, because execution is very important to me. But the mastermind piece of it, of all of us together, with all the great ideas that come along on those calls, that it makes me better. It makes me and the program better every single time.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome.
How early was it? Excuse my ADHD that you had.
How early? Oh yeah, no, it was right away. It was like, within that first week, I think. So
yeah, and Angela,
didn't take long.
Angela, just this weekend, I believe she sent me it was Friday. She missed the Friday's call, and honest to God, what she said, the reason why I missed 2 days call and I missed Monday's call is these strategies have been working so great in my business that I'm now headed to like a $1.2 million listing appointment, because it's working so good, and we hadn't even got like through 15% of it, honestly. Wow. I hate for her to miss calls and miss out on the big picture too, quite honestly. But it's already getting results from her as well, and others obviously on the calls, or they wouldn't be on there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic to hear too. And and it just kind of shows too, like if you have a base built up, this will just almost immediately layer onto it, and you'll probably have some early on success, especially if you haven't been doing some of these things in the past, and then you start just implementing right away. And then, results will vary, but but you more than likely will get something right away.
Well, results will vary. And the main thing that I believe will skew results is how much action that someone takes.
Right.
Or doesn't take.
Yeah, that's very true. Because like in my case, we could have just like not mentioned it, right?
Correct.
We would get what we get, but
or you could have just been like, "Hey, I'm not doing that. Hey, that's going to take up 3 hours per week just with doing that." And we're doing a lot behind the scenes. That's just one tiny piece of Agents on Fire, is these referral strategies that we're doing to exponentially lay a great foundation for you guys to exponentially grow your business. That's just one piece of what we're working on. But you could have elected, "Hey, I'm not going to do that," and not taking part of that, and just missed out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I know you're not the type guy to do it. It's amazing, like how much. What I love about you is how much value that you're bringing back to all the contestants as well.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's really a good group, and it's really a lot of fun, and it's nice to grow together and see everybody prosper. I really appreciate you putting that all together for us, man. That was awesome.
One thing I would like to do for you, authentically, and to the Honey Badger Nation, authentically is just give you praise, the honest to God truth that, how much value that you have to bring back to agents that you're bringing on, to EXP, to bringing into the Honey Badger Nation. You and I were OG Honey Badgers. I think Tracy and I, was it 2017 or 18? We were the Honey Badgers. That was an award that, NAEA gave out annually. Mike and Jay has done a fabulous job of, I think there's over 8,000 agents in there now. But all of the training that you have done through the years, the brilliant masterminds that you've been in, Tony Robbins Platinum, you've been in. I just lost you, brother. Tony Robbins Platinum that you've been in, all the learning that you've done, all the execution that you've done with building a team in Seattle, having one in Virginia, but also, scaling your model. You're just an amazing person to learn from, period. Not to mention all the relationships that you have that are powerful as well. So learn from this guy. Hey, brother, I lost you.
Okay.
We are back.
We're back. Sorry. That's a bad time for my internet to completely go out. So.
It's all good. I just believe in, number one, giving credit where credit's due. And even in the acknowledgments of my book, back to Honey Badger Nation, I put Jay Kender and Mike Reese in the acknowledgments of the book. They've done a great job, with their community and the growth of others through the years. You are a magnificent person to consult agents to get to where they want to go. I mean, outside of what you've done in the industry, I think it's super duper powerful what you've done outside the industry. I mean, you've been in Tony Robbins Platinum coaching that I haven't been in yet that I want to do. And how much is it just to be in that, like, per year? Can we quickly talk about that? Because I would love to hear more about that.
We never really executed on it. I got to say, we signed up first. I went through all of his Business Mastery 1 and 2, and then did go into it, but didn't actually follow through with it. So no. But
well, and that's okay. And that was my bad. I thought that you did. But what you did do is you did Business Mastery 1 and 2. I did Business Mastery 1. And I think that some people don't get it. And I would like to shift their paradigm because it's been paramount for me and it's helped me a lot. is the investment. Like, why does someone spend $120,000 with Jay Abraham for 8 hours on a private one-on-one consultation? Why does someone spend $10,000 for 4 days business mastery with Tony Robbins?
Right.
And my answer is this, is that high-level entrepreneurs spend that much with Jay Abraham and Tony Robbins and me, not to that magnitude, and I'm not trying to put myself on that on their level either. But what if the reason why someone spends that $120,000, they have a business breakthrough that makes them $500,000 or $2 million or 20 million or 50 million. That's why. That's an investment, not an expense. An investment back into yourself that we can all lose money. We all seen that in the Great Recession. If you was in real estate and or the housing industry during the Great Recession, a lot of people got crushed during that. I was one of them. And yes, I have learned to do things differently to minimize those chances, but you can't lose knowledge. You can lose money, but you can't lose what you've learned, that if you did, theoretically, if you did lose everything again, that you could get back there a lot quicker.
Right. Yeah.
How much, what was Business Mastery 1 and 2? What was your investment in just both of those programs?
I think it was about 10,000 per one.
About 20,000.
Yeah. Right.
And some people
and then the platinum,
insane for doing that.
Yeah, yeah, they're not cheap, and I believe that the platinum for the year was like $100,000, something like that. And the we did do the some of the actual like 6 months of coaching, like one-on-one coaching with them too, which is really good. Yeah, Tony's stuff is amazing, that's for sure, and his programs are just really great, and his events are amazing. So.
Yeah, and I just quite honestly, and I'm maybe I say things that I shouldn't say sometimes, but I just tell what I feel, and I think that's a great like, why would someone join you for you to help them with their business? The amount of the stuff that you've done, not only in the industry, which is a lot of stuff, like in high level masterminds in real estate that cost a lot of money, but also the stuff that you've done outside of the industry, that you just have a different paradigm, a different perspective to give back to agents that very, 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 very little amount of people in real estate today have.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm always happy to talk to anybody about it too, and just some of the experiences I've been through, and I love being a coach, and helping people out and getting to that next level and achieving their desires and what they want to achieve in the real estate space.
Love it, brother. And I love what you guys are doing, what Harley's doing, and what our friends are doing at EXP. And shoot, if there's anything I can help you guys with, you're still friends of mine. I'll do anything for you.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Man. Well, thanks for coming on. Get the book, everyone. Amazon. Go to it. Thanks again, Jason. Have fun in the sun.
Thank you, brother. Have a great day.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.